Hello everyone, I'm Beth from Beth Bikes. Today I'm here to tell you all about the Katy Trail and why I chose to take 6 days to ride all of it. First, let's start with what is the Katy Trail. The Katy Trail is the longest rails to trails conversion, coming out at 237 miles. This is an old rail bed, rails to trails, so it's relatively flat. This trail is crushed limestone or gravel, so it's not paved. The westernmost terminus of the Katy Trail is in Clinton, Missouri, and it goes all the way to Matchins, Missouri in the east, just east of St. Charles, Missouri. So why did I want to ride this trail, and why did I take 6 days to do it? So back in the summer of 2021, I started to get into watching YouTube videos about bike packing. As I started to watch these videos, the name Katy Trail came up quite a bit, and a lot of people were very impressed by it. So I started to do some digging, and I learned what I just told you about the Katy Trail. As I continued to look, I found out that there's a 24-hour Katy Trail challenge, where you ride the entirety of the Katy Trail in 24 hours. After finishing the Dam, the Day Across Minnesota race in 24 hours, which is 243 miles, I thought, well, this challenge is going to happen for me. But I didn't just want to ride the trail in 24 hours. I wanted to make sure that I had time to enjoy all the scenery that everyone talks about on the trail. So I thought, okay, let's make 2 trips. One where I get to enjoy the Katy Trail, and one where I race it. I ride the whole thing in 24 hours. So as I put the Katy Trail on my bucket list, I research a little more and I figure out the Katy Trail is 8 hours from my home in Minnesota. So I'm thinking, okay, if I take a weekend off and drive down there, ride some of the trail, and then drive back before I have to be to work the next week. These ideas are kind of spinning in my head, and I know that the Katy Trail is going on my bucket list and it's going to happen. So November rolls around of 2021, and I don't have any spring break plans. And it looks like I'm going to be free for the entirety of my spring break. I'm a teacher, and so spring break is one of the few times that I get off throughout the school year. So I start planning, and things start falling into place for a 6-day Katy Trail trip. Then March rolled around, and it was time for spring break. And you know where I was headed, Missouri, to bike the Katy Trail. This is the first video in one of 8 videos on the Katy Trail. The next video that I'll put out is day 0 of the Katy Trail. You'll have to come back to see why I have named it day 0. My mom and I took this as a girls' trip, and I did the entire state of Missouri, with most of it being on the Katy Trail. So, if you want to hear all about this story, I will tell it to you in the next 7 videos. So make sure that you subscribe and give this video a like so that I know that you're excited to come back and see the rest of the Katy Trail journey. Until next time, I'm Beth. See ya!